this is Snow from S1 Odin Abyss, and in this video we will be doing the new gold anecdote, Blossom. I tried coming here as a level 88 toon, but I couldn't see the NPCs that trigger the anecdote, so this might have a level requirement which is probably level 90. In the first half of the video, I'll be using my deputy's toon because I messed up while recording the anecdote using my character. So to trigger the anecdote, you'd have to go to Tokyo and go near the place I am pointing at with the red arrow in the video and go to the coordinates 281, 340. There you'd find two NPCs with one having a quest marker above his head. Talk to that NPC and after finishing the conversation, go back to the road and follow the path straight ahead until you reach the temple looking place. There you'll find a girl with a quest marker above her head just before the entrance. Interact with the girl and after finishing the conversation, go inside the temple until you reach the end. You'll find the girls there again. This time, interact with the bubble-looking things on the road and wait for their conversation to finish. After their convo finishes, they'd move forward and then you'd have to interact with another bubble on the road again. You'd have to interact with two more bubbles after the first one and wait for Shimizu Ayase to move forward and disappear. When she disappears, move forward as well and wait for yourself to be teleported to the next map. You'll find yourself in the Tsukuyami prison after, where Shimizu Ayase is waiting for you. Talk to her and she'll ask you something where you'd have to choose your answer. I haven't experimented with choosing different answers, so it's up to you to follow my choices in this anecdote or explore a new one. Make sure to check your quest tab for a quest related to the anecdote every now and then. You and Arasa will now go to the monk inside the temple. When you arrive, the monk will only get a quest marker above his head if you click the Enter with Miss Arasa quest. He'll ask a question where I answered the first option. After that, he'll have another quest mark above his head. Talk to him and then you will have another quest, which is to leave the temple with Miss Arasa. You will just follow Miss Arasa around until you get teleported out of the instance. So after you get out, interact with Miss Ayase and then you'll have a quest that says get away from the paparazzis, where you have to run towards the entrance where you met the first girl NPC earlier. You will meet Shin Kohana there, where she'll have a quest mark above her head. Talk to her. After that, the NPCs will walk away. You'll have to talk to Detective Matsuyama, where he'll tell you to meet him at his office at the coordinates 427, 327. Make yourself teleport to the area the red arrow is pointing at so that you'll be near the coordinates and then just go straight from there. Interact with the bubble and click room 120. When inside, go to Matsuyama and interact with him. When I had to choose an answer, I chose crime scene first. I went to the computer after that, interacted with it, and chose enter command and inputted Z646. After inputting, go to your bag and look for the tracker items that Matsuyama gave you and use all three of them. Exit the office, then right after you get out, face the road and go straight and follow the road until you almost reached the temple where we were earlier, then turn right where the subway entrance is. There you'll find the next person to interact with. The location is 256 417. Interact with the bubble on the ground and click room 413. When you're inside the target's room, click on the footprints, then choose remove evidence. After that, click the diary under the TV, then again, remove evidence. Now, interact with the cash box on the edge of the room and click put in 5,000. Go back to the nightstand with items on it near the door and interact with it. Click remove evidence. Then go back to the bottom of the bed, click on the nightstand looking thing, and then click remove evidence again. After that, interact with the door, press confirm, and then head to Tokyo. Right after exiting room 413, face the subway entrance, go straight and then go left, and then just head on straight ahead until you see the room 120 building from earlier that has neon lights surrounding its entrance. The coordinates remain the same, 427, 327. After going in, interact with Matsuyama again. After talking to him and he doesn't have any more quest mark above his head, head to the telephone. You can interact with the book above the telephone to see the phone numbers of who you ought to call. This time we need ISS number, which is 06710, so we interact with the bubble on the floor, click dial freely, and input 06710. After that, ISA will ask for the reason that you called. In my case, I chose I miss you, which sort of led her to arrange a clothes shopping date with you in the boutique in an hour. If you check your quest tab, you'll have a quest saying meet Miss Arase at the boutique in 1 hour, and a green countdown below it. This countdown is real time. It's up to you to wait and AFK there in the boutique until the timer runs out, or you can do something else and just make sure to go back to the boutique 1 or 2 minutes before the timer ends. So I didn't mess up this part of the video using my character Snow, so I'll be using her to finish the anecdote. After the timer runs out, Ayase will come running and you'd have to interact with her. She will make you play the dress-up game where you'd have to pick an outfit for her. I got S as a result for the clothes that I picked for her, but I'm not sure if there are possible combinations that will get you double S results. After the minigame, interact with Ayase again. After talking to her, you will get a quest that says, go downstairs of boutique. The first time, I was too impatient that I went and exited out of the boutique because I thought that's where we're supposed to go, but apparently you just have to click the quest again or go where I moved to and wait to get teleported to the next scene, which is what we know as the Bond Party area. Go to the claw machine at the end where Ayase is waiting. It seems that in order for you to progress through the anecdote, you really have to catch one box. I failed like 3 to 5 times until I finally caught one. It's good that it only costs 500 coins and not tokens. After getting one box, leave the claw machine instance and interact with Shimizu Ayase. A quest for you to enter the dance hall with Miss Ayase will appear, which will lead the both of you to the dance floor, where you have to click the bubble on the floor in order for you to start dancing. After a while, Ayase will run towards the rooftop. Follow her and make sure to click the Go to the Rooftop with Miss Ayase quest in your quest bar to trigger the next quest mark above her head. After this interaction, Miss Ayase will leave the scene. You will now have to go back to Detective Matsuyama's office, room 120. Coordinates are still the same, 427, 327. The red arrow in the video is pointing where room 120 is located. When inside, talk to Detective Matsuyama. After talking to him, go to the computer, click Enter Command, and input News. Talk to Detective Matsuyama again, wait for his call to finish, then interact with him once more. After this, go to the telephone booth, call Ayase's number 06710 and talk to her. After finishing your conversation with Miss Ayase, dial another number 05050. The person that will answer will be Shin Kohana. After she finishes her monologue, go back to Matsuyama and talk to him again. He will tell you to do a little hacking. Go to the computer again, choose Enter Command, and input Intercept 01234. When you are given options to choose from, choose Justice as your answer. Go back to Matsuyama, interact with him again, and after he finishes talking, click him again, and there will be 3 option-looking phrases: hire substitute, swap rooms, and install bug. It doesn't matter which one you choose first because you'd still have to click on all of them. After clicking on all of them and seeing no more quest marker above Matsuyama's head, get out of the office. When you're out, follow where my tune is going in the video. The coordinate of the location we are going to is 450314. I'm really sorry, Crystal, I skipped Demolition Club for this. When you arrive at the location, interact with the bubble and click Elevator Shaft. Now go inside the elevator and interact with the bubble at the center and click Confirm. we have to play the game that we usually play for the bronze dungeon gate before the twins. After solving that, click the upper bubble near the elevator buttons. Choose room 404. This will teleport you to room 404, where there will be a bubble on the floor that you have to interact with. Click confirm to change the room number 404, and then click change room number. Input 304. Return to the elevator shaft right after, then click the bottom bubble to enter room 304. When inside, go to the part near the TV and click this blue thing when it appears. Make sure that the notification says bug planted, you may leave now. As it says, you can already leave the room and stop trying things out like I did. Go back to the elevator shaft and then head to Tokyo. After getting out of the elevator shaft, follow where my character is going in the video or look for the coordinates 360, 433 yourself to arrive at the hiring market. The red arrow will be pointing to where the hiring market is in the map. Shout out to Crystal's club officers, you guys are amazing and awesome and wonderful. Now interact with the bubble to go inside the hiring market. When inside, interact with the receptionist and buy a name tag. I bought the S83 name tag because the girl had the same hairstyle as Miss Ayase. A quest mark will appear above the head of the girl you bought the name tag of. Go to her and click yes when you're asked if you're sure to sign a contract with her. The notification all plans carried out, you may meet Kohane Shin will appear, which means you have to go back to the elevator shaft building. You can follow my tune once again for the directions in the video, or you can look for the coordinates 450, 314 once again. So now we go inside the elevator and interact with the upper bubble to go to room 404. We'll find Konoha Shin waiting for us there. Talk to her, and when Sakurai Tatsumi asks when did you finish recording the album, choose I have told you. For the next choosing part, I chose when did you start recording it. As I've said, I haven't experimented with choosing other options yet. So I'm not sure if choosing other options will lead us to a different story. For the question, were you the one controlling the recording equipment at the time, I answered yes. Then I picked where did you go after that for the next one. Continue talking to Miss Konoha until the quest leave the room appears in your quest tab. After leaving the elevator shaft, go back to Matsuyama's office, room 120, which is very near, but the coordinates are 427-327. Talk to Matsuyama. He'll tell you to organize all the leads. I got stuck for a long time in this part of the anecdote. So now, double-click Q near your quest tab to open quest, then click tail. I'm not sure why my Eva looks like that in the emulator, but please excuse her. Tap the right arrow button to go to the next page, then you'll see an anecdote bubble with sakura blossoms inside. Click it, then click clue wall. As I've said, I messed this part up so much, but I'll cut the mistakes part of the video. Click OK when it says new lead unlocked and new suspect unlocked. Drag the clue that has a photo on it first. Then drag after the end of the recording neither ISN or Shin Kohana had touched the record beside it. Then click on the first clue to connect it to the second one to unlock a new lead. Not sure if it's necessary, but I dragged the new lead to the clue wall as well. After that, exit the clue wall and then talk to Matsuyama. Go to the phone booth and call Ayase. Phone number is 06710. She'll tell you the address of the studio that you have to go to after. After exiting the office, you can follow where my character is going to in the video, or go to coordinates 448488 to find the studio. In a few seconds, the red arrow in the map will show the location of the studio. After arriving here, as usual, interact with the bubble and click Recording Studio. Now talk to Shimizu Ayase. After finishing the conversation, you will have a quest on your quest tab telling you to search for surveillance cameras. There are certain spots in the room where you'll find a hand button that you can interact with. It seems that all of them give the same notification, which is suspicious but it's not monitored, so search again. After I tried out 3 different locations to interact with, I clicked on Ayase and found that I can have a conversation with her regarding the surveillance cameras. Take note that she did not have any quest mark above her head when I interacted with her. According to her, it seems that there are no surveillance cameras at all. When the conversation ends, look around and you'll find that Matsuyama will have a quest mark above his head. Go and talk to him. After talking to him, Shimizu Ayase and Shin Konoha will have quest marks above their head. After talking to each of them, talk to the guy sitting on the sofa in the middle of the room. Then you'll be asked to choose from 3 choices. I chose Studio Version MV. After that, you'll see both Shimizu and Shin run towards the next room. Ayase will be performing while Shin appears to be operating the recording machine. There will be a quest on your quest tab telling you to take a picture of Shin Kohana. Tap your in-game camera and then take a picture. You'll know that you successfully took a pic of that part when Shin Kohana moves to another place. When she changes her position and pose, take a picture again. Then, after taking pictures, Shimizu and Shin will get out of the recording room and go back to the room you first entered in. Talk to Matsuyama and give him the photo that you got while taking pictures of Shin. After that, your quest will tell you to operate recording device. Go to the recording device and operate it. I waited and went around for a long time after that, waiting for a quest mark to appear on one of the NPC's head, but none appeared. Apparently, you need to double tap Q and then click tail, then the blossom tail. Then go to clue wall. I dragged the new clue with the picture to the clue wall and dragged Shin Kohana from the suspect. The video will show which clues I dragged to the clue wall for the final part before I clicked confirm evidence. After confirming that Shin Kohana was the suspect, there will be a quest mark above her head. Talk to her and after she will walk away. A quest mark will appear above Shimizu's head. Talk to her, then you'll have to choose from 2 options. I chose let me have a walk with you. After that, interact with Sakurai Tatsumi. And then finally, after talking to Sakurai Tatsumi, you will receive a quest which would say tap to receive, tap to complete the anecdote. And after you tap that, you will finally complete the anecdote. You're done. Congratulations if you've gone this far through the video and completed the anecdote. P.S. I know I keep on mixing up their names, Shimizu Ayase to Shimizu Arase, and Shin Konoha to Shin Kohana. If you noticed, the names above their heads are Shimizu Ayase and Shin Kohana, but if you actually interact with them, like when you talk to them, their names show up as Shin Konoha and Shimizu Arase. In the middle of editing the video, I literally just gave up and said the first version of their name that came up in my mind, so you probably heard me refer to them differently so many times. Anyways, I recorded the voiceovers at different times of the day, sometimes when I'm very lively, sometimes when I'm sleepy, so the tone, the pitch, and the sound of my voice really vary, so I'm sorry for that. If you like my content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and hit the little bell button to get notified whenever I post videos. See you and happy gaming!